Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm glad you've joined our community. Check out the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage for easy access to videos about the body area you want to work on or the amount of time you have for your yoga practice today, or if you want to stay seated or stand more. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. It is free and we'd love to hear from you, so leave me a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore Sun Salutations and Warrior poses. Sun Salutations get our blood flowing, and Warriors are strength-building poses. We'll move through these both seated and standing, but remember that you can always stay seated if you want to. All right, you'll need a chair and a block or a substitute. You can substitute a big book for it, or you can do it without it. All right, let's get started. So we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair, and we're moving forward. So we're not leaning back. Take just a moment to ground those feet to the earth. Feel that connection, right, of those feet. They're about hip distance apart, and they're grounded to the earth. We're also going to ground our sits bones, okay, to the chair. So we feel like we're connected to that chair. Let's take our hands and flip them up towards the ceiling. They're resting lightly on our thighs. Go ahead and lift your heart. Pull your shoulders down out of the ears. Close the eyes if that feels okay for you. And just breathe. Just connect to your natural breath. Let's move that breath down into the diaphragm, just feeling that belly breath. So as you inhale, the belly extends. And as you exhale, you pull the belly button into the spine. Now just breathe your natural breath for a couple of breaths. We're going to continue with that diaphragmatic breath, and we're going to inhale to 4 counts and exhale to 5 counts. It'll be something like this. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And just breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's roll those shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Let's do that again. It's a forward, up, back, and down, and reverse it. Kind of exaggerate that shoulder roll, if you will, right? And release. All right, very, very good. So we're going to come to extended mountain. So we're going to bring our arms up towards the ceiling. Now, if you've got shoulder issues and you want to keep those hands right here, absolutely fine. You'll still continue to do the entire series with just your elbows bent. It's fine. But if you're with me, I'm going to extend my arms up to the ceiling. I'm going to pull my shoulders down and my belly is tight. Okay? Now, I'm going to place my palms together. All right? So my palms are together, and I'm going to interlace my fingers with my pointer finger up. Okay? So here we go. We're going to extend nice and long through the spine. Keep those shoulders down, and then we're going to lean our mountain. And we're going to come up, and we're going to lean our mountain the other way. Pull that belly in super tight. All right? Now, we're going to do that again. We're going to lean, and then we're going to twist, and we're going to look up at the ceiling. Take the twist out, come up. Let's lean the other way. Take a little twist, look up at that ceiling. Take the twist out, come up, and bring those hands down, and then maybe another shoulder roll. Does that feel okay? A little shoulder roll? Excellent. All right. Very, very good. So the next couple of poses, it's a cat and a cow, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. So there's lots of different ways to do cat and cow, right? This one, we're going to bring our arms back behind our head. Okay? So keep those elbows nice and pull back behind you. Shoulders stay down out of the ears. Now, I'm not pulling on my head. My hands are just kind of resting there. And all I'm going to do is lift my chin a little bit. So it's a little bit of a cow pose, right? A wide-armed cow pose. Now, we're going to pull our belly in, and we're going to let our elbows fall towards our lap, okay? Now, don't pull on the head. Just let the elbows come down towards your lap. So the weight of those elbows are going to give you a little extra stretch in the back of the neck. My shoulders are rounded. My back is rounded. So cat pose. Let's do that again. Lift up into cow. Don't worry about the breath. We're going to add that this next time. Let's just feel the sensations first, okay? All right, and then we're going to come down. Remember, don't pull on the head. Just let the weight of the elbows give you a little extra stretch. Okay, up we go. Let's add the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up and exhale down. One more time. Inhale up and exhale down. Drop the hands from the head and go ahead and lift that head up. All right. How did that feel? Wide-armed cow and cat pose. Very, very good. So we're going to do a little twist, seated twist here. And I'm going to show you two ways that you can have your legs. So way number one is you're going to leave your right leg exactly where it is, and you're going to take your left ankle and you're going to cross ankle to ankle, okay? And that's an absolutely great way of doing this pose. It's fine. But if you're with me and you're feeling okay, you're going to take that left leg and you're going to cross it on top, okay? So you've got two leg positions. Everybody, we're going to lengthen our spine super long. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it on the outside of that leg. Opposite hand is going to come to the chair. We're going to lengthen nice and long through our spine. We're going to pull that left shoulder back, and then we're going to turn and we're going to look over that left shoulder. So remember, the spine stays long, our abdominals are engaged here. One more breath. Go ahead and face forward. Now our left hand is going to go on the inside of the knee, right hand to the chair. Extend the spine long, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. One more breath, face forward. Let's unravel those legs. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. So remember, you can leave this leg right where it is. Don't bring it in. Leave it out and make this leg cross. Absolutely fine, okay? Or you can cross your knee over. Extend the spine long. Don't forget, crown of the head to the ceiling. We ready? We're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it on the inside of that leg. Other hand to the chair. Lengthen through the spine. Pull the shoulder back. Turn and look. One more breath here. Go ahead and face forward. Now we're going to do the other side. Hand on the outside of the thigh. Opposite hand on the chair. Extend the spine long. Pull the shoulder back. Turn and look. One more breath here and face forward. Unravel those legs. All right, excellent work. We're going to move into a crescent lunge next. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it nice and wide, okay? So you should feel a pretty good stretch on the inner thighs. Now, we're going to take this knee and we're going to drop it down towards the floor. So just let that knee fall straight down, okay? So don't force anything, just kind of let that knee hang. So the leg hanging down, we've got a little bit of weight and gravity helping us give a little stretch for this hip flexor and quadricep. And we're just breathing our natural breath here. We're not forcing anything. Okay, kind of release that knee a little bit and let's do that one more time. One more breath. All right, let's go ahead and face forward. Now, we're going to move into pyramid pose with that same leg, okay? So this leg is going to extend out in front of us and our toes are to the ceiling. We're going to lengthen nice and long through the spine, right? Have your hands on those thighs for a little bit of support and let that heart begin to fall forward. So here's the thing in pyramid pose. You need to look beyond your toes. So I'm not looking down at my knee. So I'm not rounding like in cat pose. I'm going to keep my back flat. I'm going to look out beyond my toes and I'm going to let my heart fall. There you go. It doesn't matter how far your heart comes to your thighs. Don't worry about it. Keep the legs straight. Keep the back flat. All right, let's go ahead and tuck our chin and we're going to roll up and we're just going to do that one more time. Nice long spine. Inhale here. Exhale, come down into your pyramid pose and we're hanging out and we're breathing. Oh yeah. One more breath here. All right, let's roll it up. Bend that knee and put that foot on the floor. We're going to do the other side now. So that left knee is going to open. So remember, hang out here for just a moment. Feel those inner thighs stretching. Yeah, right? Okay, now we're going to drop this other knee down towards the floor. And we're just going to let the weight of that leg give us a little stretch. Feel it, right? Just relax. You're on that chair. You've got yourself. Just relax this leg and let it stretch. Okay, release it just a little bit. And then let's engage it one more time. Feeling the hip flexor and the quadricep stretching. One more breath. All right, very good. Go ahead and face forward. Now we're going to do pyramid pose with this leg now. All right, extend it out extend the leg long and toes towards the ceiling. Okay, hands are going to stay on those thighs. Give that upper body a little support. Lengthen through the spine on an inhale. As we exhale, down we go. Looking out, not down. Remember, we're looking out beyond our toes. We're not rounding that back. We're keeping that back flat. Oh yeah. All right, tuck the chin and roll it up. Nice long spine inhale. Exhale, down we go. And one more time, roll it up. Extend, inhale. Exhale, down we go. Pyramid pose. One more breath and roll it up. Let's bend that knee, put that foot on the floor, and we're going to grab a sip of water. So we're going to bring our arms parallel to one another. So forearms are parallel and a light little fist here, okay? So we're going to do a half shoulder press. And then we're going to bring that arm down. Then we're going to do the other side. It's a half shoulder press. And down we go. Let's do that again. Half shoulder press and down and a half shoulder press and a down. Now we're going to take that arm and we're going to open. And we're going to close it. Now the other side, we're going to open and close. Let's do that one more time. It's an open and a close. One more time. Open and close. Now we're going to turn that palm to face and do a little bicep curl. And up. Turn the other palm to face you and a bicep curl. And up. Turn that palm to face and a bicep curl. And up. Other side, bicep curl, and up, and bring those arms down and take just a moment. Okay, so we're going to do that same thing, but we're going to do both arms at the same time and see how it feels. If you've got one shoulder that's not happy and not wanting to do it, then you're going to do the other side and it's fine, right? That's why I started that way, so you can kind of see if you want to just do one at a time. All right, if you're with me though, we're going to do both at the same time. So here we go. It's a half shoulder press up, and we're going to bring those arms down. And we're going to open. And we're going to close. Turn your palms to face you and then do a little bicep curl. All right, now palms face each other. Here we go. Half shoulder press up and down. And it's open and close. Palms face you, bicep curl, and down and face each other. Okay, and take a little break. Now, the only thing we're going to add on here, and remember you never have to add on, is we're going to do a full shoulder press. Okay, so that's the only difference. Everything else is going to stay the same. All right, are we ready? Forearms face each other. Here we go. Full shoulder press up. Down we go. And we're going to open. And come back together. Palms face you with a little bicep curl. And palms face each other. Press it up. And down. And open. Bicep curl, open. Last time through. Here we go. Full shoulder press. I call this opening the book. And down we go. Palms face you, bicep curl. And release. All right, very, very good. So we're going to do a sun salutation now. And we're going to add our block, okay? So let's take our block and we're going to put it between our feet. I'm going to do it on the, the high side. This is called the number 3 position. And then I want to have it wide so that I can put both of my hands on the block, okay? And it's going to sit right between my feet. Okay, let's bring our hands to our heart. Now, we're going to do a reverse swan dive. So this is our beautiful sun. Palms are facing up. We're going to come all the way to that extended mountain. Extend those arms up, and then we're going to bring our hands to heart. Now, we're going to do that again in the opposite way, right? Up we go, extend that mountain, bring those arms all the way around, and we're going to bring our hands to our heart. Now let's do that again. Big circle, up we go, palms are facing up. Come all the way up to that extended mountain, shoulders are down, palms are together over your head, bring your hands to heart. And let's come back up, reverse that, up. Big circle, hands to heart, and release. Okay, adding on. Here we go. Big circle up. Extend that mountain. Bring those hands to heart. Now we're going to come back up. This time we're going to dive forward. Arms out to the side. We're going to come into that forward salute with airplane arms. And we're going to stretch our fingertips where the wall and the floor meet. And we're going to stretch our head where the ceiling and the wall meet. Okay? So we're stretching through that spine. The spine is nice and long. One more breath. Bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle up. Inhale here, exhale, hands to heart. If you want to add the breath, you don't have to, you can. Inhale, exhale, forward salute, airplane arms. We're going to stretch through that spine. One more breath, and we're going to bring our hands to heart. Last time before we add on, big circle up. Extend that mountain and bring those hands to heart. Back up to that extended mountain. Dive forward. Forward salute, airplane arms, stretch it through. Now here's our next add-on. We're going to come into a supported forward fold, all right? So we're going to put our forearms on the thighs, palms facing up, let the heart fall forward. See how that feels, right? So if you'll notice, my head is above my heart. So we don't want to, we're not tucking and lowering that. We're going to keep that back flat, and we're going to keep that head lifted. All right, are we ready? Let's roll it up into seated. Bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle up. We're going to add one more thing on. But I'll show you. Here we go. Up we go. Dive it forward. Forward salute, airplane arms. We're going to stretch through. Now we're going to come to that supported forward fold again. This time, instead of keeping our hands on our thighs, we're going to bring our hands down to our block and see if we can let our heart fall any further. Now, if you don't have a block, what you're going to do is you're going to walk your hands down your legs a little bit and let that heart fall, okay? So we're just trying to give ourselves some support as we let that heart fall a little bit further, feeling a little more stretch in the back. At least that's what I feel. Supported forward fold. Okay, now pull your belly in as tight as you can. And if you feel all right and your back's feeling good, we're going to let go of the block and we're going to reverse swan dive all the way up. There's your back working. You feel it? Up we go, extended mountain. We're going to do that one more time. Hands to heart. Up we go. Extend that mountain and dive forward into that forward salute with airplane arms. Let's stretch through. Let's come to that supported forward fold first with arms on thighs. Now, if you want to bring your hands to your block, maybe you move that block down and come a little deeper into that forward fold. Still keep the head lifted though, if you would. We have one more breath. Pull that belly in tight. We're going to reverse swan dive up, work that back. Up we go to extended mountain and bring those hands to heart. How did that feel? Is everybody okay? Yeah? All right, very good. So go ahead and set your block aside. We'll come back to it another time. So we're going to move into a warrior 2 with a reverse warrior and a side angle pose. Okay, so we're going to start with that right knee opening nice and wide. So you've got one knee facing me and one knee facing the side of the wall. You're going to rotate the center of the body to face me and bring your arms up into those warrior 2 arms. Shoulders are down out of the ears and arms are parallel to the floor, okay? Let's look over our right fingertips. We're going to flip that right palm to the ceiling and we're going to try to reach up and touch the ceiling with those fingertips. The left hand comes to the chair for support. We extend and we come past the midline of the body. There's our reverse warrior. Now we're going to come back to that warrior 2. One more breath here and release. Let's do the other side just like that before we add on, okay? So now we're going to bring that other leg out. We're going to extend those arms long. Remember, rotate the center of the body forward Extend your arms, make them parallel to the mat. We're going to look over those left fingertips now. Shoulders stay down. Flip that left palm to the ceiling. We're going to reverse that warrior up and back. Remember, our opposite hand can be on the chair for some support. And we're going to come back to that warrior 2. I'm squeezing the muscles against the bones in the arms. If I came and tried to pull that arm down, I couldn't. Shoulders are down, squeeze, one more breath, release, and bring that knee forward. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add a side angle pose, okay? So we're going to take that right knee and we're going to open it. We know what we're doing, right? Bring those arms up, rotate, bring the arms up, shoulders are down. Look over those right fingertips. Flip that palm up, reverse that warrior up and back. Come back to your warrior 2. Now, we're going to take that right arm, flip the palm to the ceiling, and place that arm on that thigh. Let's extend this arm out, okay? Actually, let's take this hand and place it on our waist and lift our heart. So do you see what I'm doing there? I'm lifting up. So this is not side angle pose. I'm not letting myself collapse down. I'm lifting myself up. Then if you want to bring that arm out, you can. Okay, are we ready? Back to that warrior 2. One more breath and release. Bring that leg in. Let's do the other side. We're going to open it up first. We're going to rotate those ribs to the center and we're going to bring those arms out. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. Look over that left fingertips. Flip the left palm to the ceiling. Reverse your warrior up and back. Oh yeah, feel that stretch in that side waist. You feel it? Let's come back to that warrior 2 and we're going to go straight to that side angle pose. Flip that palm up to the ceiling. Extend that arm out. Remember, hand to waist if you want and lift. You don't even have to extend the arm. You can have the hand right here. It's fine. Side angle pose. Okay, are we ready? Back up to that warrior 2. Make sure those ribs are in the center of the body. One more breath. Release and bring that leg forward. Okay. So that's going to be our flow. Now we're going to do this 2 more times with different leg positions, but we're going to be doing it pretty fluidly, okay? So we've kind of got the sense of where we're going, the warrior 2, reverse, side angle pose. Okay, so the first leg position change is going to be moving forward. And remember, you can always do the previous version, right? Absolutely fine. But if you're with me, I'm going to take my right knee and I'm going to heel toe it out 2 times so that I've got this at an angle. Okay, now I'm going to extend my other leg out. So you'll notice I've just moved a little bit further forward on my chair, right? So I can extend this leg out. You want to stay on the chair. You don't want to fall out of the chair, but you may want to be a little bit further forward. Okay, I'm rotating my rib center and I'm going to bring my arms up, right? Let's look over those right fingertips. Flip that right palm to the ceiling. Up we go. Let's reverse that warrior. Who feels that, right? Wah! Back to that warrior 2, straight to that side angle pose. Remember, hand to the waist is fine. Lift. Back to that warrior 2. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms and release. Bring that leg in. Ha! Okay, we're going to do the other side. Are we ready? Here we go. This leg, heel toe it out just a couple of times. We want this diagonal. But you do want the hip and the knee and the ankle and the foot to be in alignment. Okay? Okay, let's take that right leg and extend it out. Notice that I'm up on the side of that foot, right? So my foot is not pointed, so I'm not working this part. My leg is at an angle. My foot is at that, I'm on the knife edge of that foot, so I'm working this outer thigh. Bring the rib center, bring those arms up. Okay, let's look over those left fingertips. Make sure those shoulders stay down. Flip that left palm to the ceiling and let's reverse our warrior up and back. We're going to come back to that warrior 2 and then we're going to flip that palm up and we're going to come to that side angle pose. Lift, remember? One more breath. Bring those arms back up into that warrior 2. Shoulders stay down and release. All right. Okay, we've got one more. This one, we're going to go all the way back in our chair. So we've got the seat of the chair between our legs. Now, for me, I'm going to move a little bit to the left because I'm going to extend that left leg out. And if I'm too much to the center, it kind of cuts into the inner thigh for me. So I move a little bit to the left so that I can extend this left leg out. I'm up on the knife edge of of the foot. I'm going to bring those ribs center, arms up, turn and look over your right fingertips. Flip that palm to the ceiling, reverse that warrior up and back. Back to that warrior two, side angle pose. Keep that heart lifted. Don't let that shoulder dip down, right? We're lifting. Hand can be at waist is absolutely fine. Okay, are we ready? Back to that warrior two. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. Bring the hands down. Come in center and let's go straight to the other side. Let's extend that other leg out. Bring those ribs center, arms come out. Look over those left fingertips. Flip that palm to the ceiling. Reverse that warrior up and back. Back to that warrior two, side angle pose. One more breath here. Up we go. Bring the hands back to the chair. Come back to seated. Wow, right? Oh my goodness. All right. Let's grab a sip of water. Let's come to standing on the right side of our chair. And we're going to do a sun salutation and add that chair pose, and we're going to revolve our chair pose. So I'm going to actually have my block between my legs, or between my feet, a little bit forward. Again, if you don't have a block, don't worry about it. It's fine. You can do it without it. But if you have that block, go ahead and set it there. We're going to bring our hands to heart. Make sure that you can make your circle, your sun, without hitting your chair. Hands to heart. Okay, are we ready? Big circle out. There's your inhale. Extend that mountain up and bring your hands to heart. There's your exhale. Up we go. Inhale. Let's make that big circle around and bring our hands back to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle. Up we go. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do that one more time. Up we go. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Adding on. Here we go. Big circle. Up we go. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Up we go. Inhale. Now we're going to swan dive into that forward salute with airplane arms, and we're going to stretch through that spine. Hands are down where the wall and the floor meet. Head is up where the ceiling and the wall meet. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle up. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that again. Up we go. Dive it forward. Forward salute, airplane arms. We're going to stretch through. Now we're going to place our hands on our thighs for a forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. Tuck the chin. Roll it up into standing. Bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. A little bit of a flow here, right? Up we go. Bring those hands to heart. Up we go. Dive it forward. Forward salute with airplane arms. We're going to stretch it through. Come to that supported forward fold. Now, let's add our chair pose. So we're going to bring our hands to heart. We're going to shoot our hips back behind us. Making sure that your hips are back. You can wiggle those toes, right? So hips are back. Knees are behind toes. Wiggle toes. One more breath. Go ahead and stand, and let's do that again. Up we go. Dive it forward. Halfway lift, extend. Forward salute with airplane arms. Then we're going to come to that supported forward fold. Okay, are we ready? Come into chair pose. I know I'm going a little fast, aren't I? We're moving through it. I know. One more breath here. Go ahead and stand up, adding on. Big circle, up we go. Extend that mountain. Bring those hands to heart. I think I left that out last time. Up we go. Dive it forward. It's all good. Forward salute, airplane arms. Let's come to that supported forward fold. All right, chair pose. Now, what I'm going to do in my chair pose is I'm going to bring my hands down to my block. But here's the thing. I'm not hinging at the waist to come down. I'm pushing my hips back and I'm coming down, right? Wah, deeper chair pose. I'm going to place my right hand on that block and I'm going to revolve my chair pose. And I'm going to bring that hand down and I'm going to place it on my block and I'm going to revolve my chair pose. And I'm going to bring my hand down. I'm going to do that again. If I don't have a block, I'm just revolving. And I'm going to bring my hand center and I'm going to revolve the other way. Who feels your quads, right? Your quadriceps are screaming, these legs. Bring it back center, stand up. Let's do that again. Big circle, up we go. Building some heat, right? Bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Up we go. Forward salute, airplane arms. We're going to stretch through that spine nice and long. Place your hands on your thighs for that forward fold. All right, ready? Chair pose. Bring your hands to that block. We're going to rotate open to the right this time, just mixing it up. Bring that hand down. We're going to rotate open to the left. Make that rotation happen right at the rib cage. Bring that hand down. Bring your hands to heart. Stand up. Can we do it one more time? This is it. Got a little heat build up, right? Hands to heart. Let's come back up. Extend that mountain. Dive it forward. Forward salute, airplane arms. Stretch. Forward fold. Chair pose. Rotate. Come center. Hands on block if you want it. Rotate the other way. I'm just showing you the other way. And come to standing and release. I know. How did you feel about that one? It was a good one, wasn't it? All right, go ahead and set your block aside for right now. Now, we're going to do an eagle legs to warrior 3 pose. Actually, you know what? Let's do it with our block. Let's go ahead and put that block in front of that right foot. Again, if you don't have the block, you're just going to do it without it. It's fine. So what I want you to do is take those right toes and place it on that block. Hello. Right, creates a little balance challenge, doesn't it? You got your chair right here. All right, let's bring our hands to heart. Now, we're going to open, palms facing up. Now, we're going to cross our left arm on top, and then we're going to hug ourselves. Belly stays tight. We're going to rotate to the right, and we're going to come center, and we're going to rotate to the left, and we're going to come center. We're going to open up those arms, and now we're going to bring those hands to heart. We're going to pick this foot up that's on the block, and we're going to push it back behind us to a warrior 3 with prayer hands. For 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and put that foot on the floor. How'd you do on that one? So I know that movement from eagle legs to warrior 3 is very challenging. I know that it is, that movement. So you've got your chair right here, right? You can hang on to that chair. It's fine. All right, let's go to the other side. It's just a little balance work, balance challenge. So we're going to take those toes and put them on the block. Now, what are you doing if you don't have a block? Either your toes are down on the floor or your knee is lifted, right? Either is fine. All good. We're just kind of giving you ideas and options here. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Pull that belly in tight. Remember, belly tight. Eagle. Okay, let's bring those arms out. Now this time the right arm is going to be on top, and we're going to hug ourselves. And we're going to rotate to the left. It's very challenging, isn't it? And center. This rotation is very challenging. Rotate the other way. Come back center. We're going to open. Now we're going to bring our hands to heart. Prayer hands. Press those palms together. Belly tight. Lift that foot and push it through to that warrior 3. I know. 1 more breath. Go ahead and put that foot down and release. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set our block aside, and I want us just to focus on warrior 3, okay? So I'm going to turn, you stay facing me. I'm going to turn just so you can see me a little bit better, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the hands at heart, and I'm going to take one leg back. We're going to do both legs, so it doesn't matter. All right, so hips are square, hands are at heart. Now, if you want, you can just keep those toes down. Try not to make it be your whole foot. See if you can make it just be your toes to work your balance, belly tight. Now, if you want to lift that leg up, lift it. All right, here we go. We're going to bring those arms out by our side. It's called, I call it airplane arms. Now, the full expression of the warrior 3, if you want to do it, is we're going to extend our arms out in front of us, and we're going to lift that leg up. Now, notice how I'm looking down at my chair. I have no wrinkles in my neck. My belly is tight. My hips are square. 3, 2, 1. Come up slowly. Bring that knee up, and then put that foot down. So we want to get out of that pose mindfully, okay? So we want to always get out of our balance poses with intention. Okay, let's do the other leg. Here we go. It doesn't matter, you're behind your chair, so just switch to the other leg. So remember, toes can be down if you want. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to heart. Let's lift that foot up. Oh yeah. All right, now we're going to bring our arms by our side. And then if you want the full expression, your arms come out in front of you, the leg lifts, we're looking down, no wrinkles in the neck, belly is tight, hips are square. One more breath. All right, come up slowly, bring that knee up, whoops, and put that foot down with intention, right? All right, very, very well done. So now we're going to move into a warrior 1 and 2, and we're going to add a humble warrior to that. So we're going to start facing our chair, leg that's next to the chair. So you're going to step it under just a little bit. Opposite leg steps back, and the heel is down. Okay, so you've got that foot at that angle. Bring your hips around, bend that front knee. Pull that belly in tight. Bring your hands to heart. Okay, excellent work. Now, from Warrior 1, we're going to take our hands and we're going to extend them to the ceiling. So there's a full version of Warrior 1. Now, we're going to rotate to face me into your Warrior 2. So remember, this knee needs to stay open, okay? So don't let that knee fold in. Let's flip that palm up and back. We're going to come into our reverse Warrior. We're going to come back to that Warrior 2. Now, back hand is going to windmill back around into a Warrior 1. Keep that front knee bent, okay? Keep those hips square. Bring your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Push those knuckles down towards the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Now we're going to move into humble warrior. So we're going to bow over our front leg and we're going to let our arms come up back behind us. Now if this does not feel good on your shoulders, you're going to leave your hands resting on the back, and that's fine. If you're with me, my arms are coming up behind me. Maybe your forehead touches the chair. It doesn't have to. For 3, 2, 1. Belly tight. We're going to lift back up. Release those arms. Bring your hands back to heart. And step out of it. Okay. Humble warrior. How'd you feel on that one? Let's do the other side. So remember, keeping those shoulders, so as you're here and squeezing as you come forward, you can just leave your hands down on your back. It's fine if it doesn't feel good to lift them. I have super healthy shoulders, so it works for me to go ahead and lift them. All right, so let's go ahead and take that other leg. So your right foot is going to step under the chair a little bit, right? Take the opposite leg, step it back. Bring that heel down. Bring your hips around to face your chair. Bend that front knee. Okay, so let's bring hands to heart. Pull that belly in, lengthen nice and long through the tailbone. Here's a beautiful warrior 1. If you want to extend your hands to the ceiling, that's fine. If you want to keep your hands at heart, that's fine. Okay, are we ready? We're going to windmill around to that warrior 2. Remember, this knee needs to stay open. Bring those ribs to the center of the body. Flip that right palm to the ceiling. We're going to reverse that warrior. We're going to come back to that warrior 2. Now let's come back around to our warrior 1. Start with hands at heart. So kind of get everything set. I just needed to move my foot a little bit. Bring those hips around, bend that front knee. Front knee stays bent. Bring your hands back behind you. Clasp your hands together and push those knuckles down towards the floor. See how I'm squeezing my shoulder blades behind me? Now I'm going to begin to come down. Remember, you can leave your hands resting on your back. It's absolutely fine. If you're feeling okay, you can let those hands come up behind you. Maybe your forehead comes to the chair. It doesn't have to. I'm just giving you ideas here. 1 more breath. Pull that belly in tight. Go ahead and lift back up. Bring your hands back to heart. And release. Very well done. Go ahead and have a seat. And let's grab a sip of water. So we're going to move into a seated eagle, a different bird, a seated eagle pose. Now if you have your block, you're going to go ahead and grab that. If If you don't have your block, don't worry about it, okay? So if you have your block, you're going to put it up against your right foot. And you'll notice I'm moving a little bit forward in my chair, okay? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to keep both of those feet on the floor, and we're going to open those arms nice and wide. We're going to cross right at the elbows, and then we're going to give ourselves a little hug, okay? And then let's rotate to the left, and we're going to come center. We're going to rotate to the right. We're going to come center. We're going to lift our elbows up and center, and then down and center, open. Now the other arm is going to come on top, okay? Hug yourself. Then we're going to rotate to the right and center. Rotate to the left and center. Elbows up, center, elbows down, center, and release. Okay. So the first add-on is going to be either, if you have your block, you're going to place your toes on that block. If you don't have a block, you're going to cross, okay? Either is fine. And if you don't want to do either of those, you can cross ankle to ankle. Okay, so you've got 3 leg positions: toes on block, cross, ankle to ankle. Okay, so pick which position you want. Let's all start with the right leg. So either the right foot is on the block, the right foot is crossing, or the right ankle is on top. Okay, bring those arms out. Now, we're going to take our left arm and bring it on top, and then we're going to hug ourselves. And we're going to rotate to the left, and then we're going to come center, and we're going to rotate to the right, and we're going to come center. We're going to bring those elbows up, and we're going to come center, and we're going to bring those elbows down, and we're going to come center, and we're going to release and take your foot off that block. Okay, so let's do the other side. So again, you've got 3 leg positions. You can have your toes on the block. This is just going to create a little less stability, right? So you've got to really pull that belly in, a little bit of balance. You can cross your leg on top, or you can cross ankle to ankle, okay? So pick which version of the legs you want to do. Let's open. Now, we're going to take our right arm on top, and then we're going to hug ourselves. We're going to rotate to the right, and we're going to come center. We're going to rotate the other way, and center. Elbows up, center, and down, and center. All right, very, very well done. Go ahead and set your block aside, and let's come into some knee. So we're going to hug our knee into our chest, and I'm going to give you a couple of options on this, okay? Excuse me, I've got a little frog in my throat. So we're going to hold under that thigh, and we're just going to lift that leg a little bit. Doesn't have to be much, okay? And I want you to hold it. So we're going to do a point and a flex, and a point and a flex. One more. Point and flex and rotate. And reverse it. Okay, let's put that foot down and let's go to the other side. So my hands are under that thigh. I'm going to lift it. It's not a big lift, right? Keep the crown of the head to the ceiling though. Keep the belly tight, long spine. All right, let's point and flex. And point and flex. One more. Point and flex and rotate. I don't know if you heard that, but that was my ankle that cracked. And reverse it. All right, very, very well done. And put that foot down. Now, you can do the exact same thing again if you want to. But if you want a little bit more, we're not going to hold the leg and we're not going to hold the chair. We're going to bring our arms out to the side. Again, let's lift that right leg. It doesn't have to be a big lift, okay? Belly is tight. We're working the quadriceps, working the belly, extend the spine long. It's a point and a flex, and a point and a flex. One more. Point and flex and rotate. And reverse that rotation. All right, let's put that foot down, bring your hands down, take a little break. We're going to go the other side. Are we ready? Let's lift that other leg. You've got all those options. Remember, palms facing up. If you're doing it with me, it's a point and a flex and a point and a flex. One more time, point and flex and rotate the other way and release. All right, very well done. Now we're going to bring our arms up. Forearms are parallel to one another, okay? And we're going to bring one arm out to the side, and we're going to bring it center. Then we're going to bring the other arm out to the side, and we're going to bring it centered. Let's do that one more time, just like that. It's an out and an in and an out and an in. All right, place your hands on the chair, and let's do the legs. Open and close. Other side. Open and close. Make your abdominals work here. Inner and outer thighs are working, and close. Last time. Open and close. Okay, we're going to do both of those at the same time. You know what's coming, right? So here we go. Forearms are parallel to one another. Belly is tight. Spine is long. Let's do it. Open and close. Switch sides. Open and close. Switch. Open and close again. Open and close. Last time. Open and close. One more. Open and close and release. All right, very, very well done. So we're going to move into crescent lunge. We'll take our right knee and we're going to open it, and then we're going to drop that left knee down towards the floor. So let that knee fall down. Now we're pretty warm, so if we want to push our foot back a little bit, I call it back of the kneecap towards the ceiling. Feel free to do that. Relax in this glute, and we're just going to look over that front leg, and we're going to hold and breathe. Let's release it, and then we're going to do that one more time. So back of the kneecap up towards the ceiling. We're relaxing the glute here. Heart is lifted. Crescent lunge. One more breath. Let's release and face forward. Very well done. Pyramid pose. So this leg extends out in front of us. Our toes are to the ceiling. Lengthen through the spine. Let the head calm down. We're going to walk our hands down this leg, okay? And then we're just going to hold. Holding our pyramid pose here. We're going to walk our hands back up that leg. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, we're going to walk our hands down that leg. Let's walk our hands back up. Last time. Ready? Extend. And down we go. Keeping that leg straight, keeping our back flat. And walk your hands back up. Bend that knee. Put the foot on the floor. Okay, so now we're going to take our left knee and we're going to open it. We're going to let our right knee fall down towards the floor. And we're going to push that foot back behind us and lift our heart. See how I'm lifting up? That you really will feel the difference in the stretch here, keeping that heart lifted. Let's release. Remember, relax this glute, back of the kneecap towards the ceiling. Let's release and do it one more time. Here we go. We got this. And release. Face forward. Extend that leg out in front of you. Toes to the ceiling. Pyramid pose. Extend. Nice and long. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to walk our hands down that leg. Keep that back flat. Keep that leg straight. And roll it up. Let's do that again. Nice long spine. Down we go. And up we go. Last time. Ooh, who feels that? I do. And let's walk it up. Okay, bend that knee. Go ahead and sit back in your chair, getting ready for Shavasana. So in our Shavasana pose, we get to lean back on the chair. Our hands are resting lightly on our thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes and just breathe.
background goodness. Consider all that's good with the world, all that's good about life. Though you immediately notice the problems and difficulties, the reason you're able to do so is because there's so much goodness in the background. The news of the day announces troubles on top of troubles. Yet the newsworthiness of all those things is due to them being relatively rare. Put a little of today's goodness out of the background and onto the surface of your awareness. Remind yourself of the positive possibilities that are always present. Better yet, imagine what you could do to bring about some of those possibilities. Focus your energy in a direction that builds, encourages, appreciates, nurtures, invigorates, and refreshes. Reflect on the unfathomable power and depth of goodness that have brought you to where you are. It would indeed be foolish not to put that immense legacy to use right here and now. Honor and utilize the background goodness by putting it squarely in the foreground of your thoughts, your priorities, your actions. See what you can do to make today one of the good times.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Remember, click the subscribe button, like the video, give me a comment, and I will see you next time.